Alrighty. Ooh, that almost broke. But it didn't snap all the way. Interesting. There was a connection that you broke off from. Feels like there's something still hanging on. Is that them hanging on? Is that them being in denial? Or does that mean this is a connection where Spirit's stating there's still something to not let go of here? That this is a connection meant to still flourish? That there is a message you haven't opened? A message you haven't opened. Very interesting. What is our reading about today? Okay, there was a person that... They were calling me to do this front card. You have let go of patience. You've let go of the thought of thinking it's wrong. That you're doing something wrong by flying away from a connection. You've chosen yourself. For a lot of you here, there could have been a sense of falling out of love. See, I'm feeling two different collectives. I'm feeling a collective where there's like this resilience of like a marriage. Of two people being married, separating for further growth. Could have experienced other partners, but and during this type of separation, I've really been like, I know what I'm going back to and what I'm fighting for. I don't sense infidelity. I don't sense somebody that wasn't trustworthy. I just sense two people that could have made a lot of promises to each other really young. They didn't have time to truly get to know themselves because you came into their life so soon. They're like, why couldn't we have met each other later? This is where I'm starting to switch into a different part of the cluster here, okay? Because remember, these are collective takes or resonates. I like to put it this way. The collective is here's a representation to understand the difference between clusters and collectives. A collective is, think about a college, right? Everybody cheers for the same team. You all go to the same school. You all cheer together. You're not in everybody's life, but you're all coexisting. And then you have people who you're in classes with, that are your friends, that are in teams with you, that you spend much more time together in that same exact area. That is your cluster. So when we use that representation in the span of spirituality and of how collective readings work, there's a cluster of you here who are in a relationship that you've been patient with, you separated for further growth, you didn't divorce, or you could have even... I'm feeling could have been separated for a while now, but are really ready to bring yourselves back together. You see why both of you had to go on your own for a little bit, and neither of you feel any animosity about that. And then there's another collective of you here where this person could feel everything with you. Like, you came in and they were like, man, you are a beautiful fucking soul. You're exactly everything I've ever looked for, but I'm not ready for you. I am fucked up. I am unhealed. I will destroy you. I can't do that to you. However this resonates, it does feel like a reading that's high vibrational. It does feel like patience has been worth it. And there were distractions. There were karmics. There were even soulmates that had to be experienced, because we have many different types of soulmates, guys. Soulmate means so much more than love or romantic love. Yes, there are many romantic soulmates, and then we have the divine. The divine is totally different. During your time of separation, No matter if this is about the marriage thing or if this is about somebody where you met each other and you both felt a download and then they pushed themselves away from you, ghosted you, etc. because of what we just stated. They're coming in and saying, I'm not putting my bats up to this anymore. During our time of separation, I have been watching you. I'm so proud of you for the amount that you share. You could have, so I'm just seeing the crest, the school crest over and over again, and actually Hogwarts. So I take that as you could have recently graduated, like you could have gone a degree. In recent times, you could have just gotten a job promotion, or you're evolving in your own business, etc. There's self-evolution that's just so obvious. You don't have to say anything about it. It's so fucking obvious. And this person, no matter how that resonates, is like, I'm so fucking proud of you. God, are you a fucking light to this world? God, you always fucking impress me. It's like, what are you going to do next? This individual sees you as a diamond in the rough. And they felt like they met you way too young. This is for the collective right now that isn't in marriage. There's still some time apart between you and this person, so patience is still going to be necessary, but not holding yourself back. What I mean by patience is they're not going to come with this full embraced answer or question even. I sense somebody casually inserting back into life. Maybe warming up with liking messages or things you're posting. A sense of maybe even sending just a hello. There could be some of you check your inbox. You may actually have a message from somebody that you did not expect. They're saying slow and steady wins the race with the dynamic that is involved with not being married, but right person, wrong time. Now let's get the energy for the ones that it was the marriage separation. They're going to come and say, I'm ready to cuddle up. I'm ready to protect what we have. What I'm seeing with this scarf is a lot about protecting the throat. During our time of separation, I've had people that have came for my throat, and I can see now just how much I always was able to have my guard down with you. God, I realize now I didn't appreciate that, but I'm never going to not appreciate that again. I'm not perfect. I'm human. But I promise you, this time, we really get to be together is what they want to say. It's not even this time, it's different and all of that. You know, this time you found yourselves together when you were young. Now you're finding yourselves again. Because life, we just age like a fine wine. I mean, even down to like literally like our skin and our organs and everything, it sheds itself all the time. So we're like literally new embodiments. This person feels in your time of separation they held in their head so much, putting you on this sense of like, why with the way do you look at, why do you look at me the way you do? I don't see the beauty in me. I didn't see how you could have found me so attractive. There was a lot of body dysmorphia on both ends, but that person, they really had to come to terms with not caring about what other people thought. Maybe there was, I'm almost sensing maybe, you know, there was this sense of when you first started getting together, it's not that one person was prettier than the other or more attractive than the other, but to societal stances, maybe both of you were like on the same level. Just go with me with the ego here to make an understanding of this representation. Maybe when you both first got together, you were on the same level, or one person maybe was teetering more up. And as time has gone by, there was a sense of one person, it kind of switching. It was almost maybe one person used to be very physically fit, and then as time went on, they weren't fit anymore, and maybe the other person was kind of just a person that didn't work out much, had their own build to themselves, and then as they improved their fitness, their build and everything, their shape just expanded more, and however that way that resonates. And so there was this sense of unneeded competition that was put in your partner's head. You're like, you don't understand. You are the sexiest person in the entire world to me. It doesn't matter. I don't care what anybody else says. You are, take with me here, you are the parent, the other parent to my child. You have been by my side no matter what I looked like, no matter what happened. I love you. Nobody can compare to you. You're my star. And sometimes we can't see the stars, can we? Because there was pollution in the air. But you're North Star, and you always find your way back to each other. You had to separate for further growth. This person stating, I wouldn't take back any time with you. And I'm grateful for our separation, because now I know my own hidden truth on how deeply I am and always will be in love with you. Wow. So what you are doing right now, if this comes to now we're switching back into the energy where if this is the part of the cluster where you're not married, but it was right person, wrong time. They need you. Everything that we just heard about breaking self-illusion when it comes to 3D looks and etc. Take that part. Part of that message was for you as well. However it resonated with you about holding that self-understandance of how beautiful your soul is inside and out. That no matter if you were more active then or more active now, however it resonates, it doesn't matter. You're enough. This is a time of temporary retreat to restore your force. You and this person have a movie that's going to be put on play again. So allow this person to reach out to you. I'm telling you, if you don't already have a message in your inbox, if you don't already have a text message in your phone, this person, whoever they're supposed to be in your life, is going to send you some form of message within these 4 days. That could mean an energetic message. That could mean a physical 3D world message. All that matters is you don't focus on saying things have to happen this way. What I also sense with that 4 is once you're in contact with each other again, there's going to be this sense of about 4 weeks of talking, of casual back and forth. You most likely won't message every day. And you have to be okay with that. Because when you have to message people, that is obsessiveness. That is codependency. People have lives. It can be, it's a good sign if your person can't talk to you all the time. Because it means they have a life and they have responsibilities. And they put themselves first. If this person is constantly setting all the responsibilities away for you, that's a red flag. You and this person, for the next 4 weeks, are truly getting to understand your schedules, your dynamics, your flow, and how not to force anything together. Now, the send out for the cluster who are married, that have discovered the hidden truth and are either back together or right there on the way. All right, so literally, remember, you're the master manifester. You have escaped the bitter end. Currently, your masculine Currently, your masculine was battling fear of not being in control, not being able to give you enough. If you're a masculine here, what they're stating is, it is go time. It is for you to go and speak to your feminine, to your wife, to your husband, etc., however that resonates, whoever your feminine is, and state, not that I'm sorry, not that I wish I could do something different, or etc. You have the power to turn this all around. You have to be willing to not only eat the sour candy, but also the sweet is what they want me to state. So you could be for a long time, you were just like, I don't want to get hurt again. Somebody could have really hurt you before you were even with your wife. And then, no matter how much you loved her, for a very long time, you still battled with like, I'm just never going to fully trust anybody again, so therefore nobody can ever hurt me. And they were included in that. You hit a realization that's not strong, that's weak. And it is time to pull yourself up that ladder and go get what's yours. If you are feminine here, everything has been worth it. Everything. It is not a situation of you cowarding away or not being there for them. They must come to this realization and bring it to you. I have unconditional faith that if you are still here in this reading and this has resonated with you, your masculine has decided to come out of temporary retreat. You two are going to be in a retreat from the world together and talk about insecurities, talk about the parts of you that you were able to discover and also rediscover during your time of separation. And understand they see you as everything. They're so grateful for you that you never gave up on them. Remember, this masculine has never, ever hurt you. And you know exactly what I mean by that. This masculine could have absolutely made mistakes. Absolutely wasn't perfect. Absolutely could have said stupid stuff. Absolutely could have even been unfaithful. This masculine never hurt you. And I don't think I'm feeling this pause right now for a reason. There's a reason for it. The growth. They want me to state to you, this is going a little bit into also just a man speaking to whoever's in front, okay? I think that this is important what they're stating. They're stopping the channeled frequency for me to be a human talking to another human. A man that hurts, hits, etc., a person he loves, a woman, a partner, doing it once there's no coming back from that. Like, people can grow and learn, but if a person has hurt you in that sense, I can assure you, if they do it once, they'll do it again. There's a line that's crossed. And I feel really called to talk right now. If you are a female watching this, do not give a second chance to somebody who crosses that line. I can promise you, your divine would never do that. And some people will state here and say, well, what if my divine was an unhealed person and they did that? Like, I'm going to state something here. Your divine, when you are ready for your divine, you're both healed enough to wherever, if you did some crazy shit in the past with somebody else, however that resonates, whatever part of that dark soul that entity that was attached, they were able to release that from a different dynamic. Not with you. When you are in front of a divine, you're both healed enough, and any part of those senses are gone. But I need you to understand that there is a line in a man's head. If he's able to cross that, it's a whole different ballgame. It's a whole different story. Your masculine was just somebody who still had a lot to learn. They was just young-minded. And I almost feel a sense of laughing and almost relief on your end, because I think there could have been people before this person that could have really hurt you. And you were told that that's just the way it is, and you could have even seen it happen. It could have been a cycle repeat, and there was times where people try to make you feel crazy for saying that it's not okay that happened to me or this happened to you. And then you found this person, you married this person, and fear started to try to get the best of you. No matter how this resonates, you know your worth. You know what's worth watering your pot too. The masculine that resonates with all of that reading, his higher self will send you alligators as a forward movement sign. Resilient, strong skin protects their fucking kin. Resilience. Wow. Yeah. Very deep message today. But you two are bonding in the 3D now. You've been bonding in the 5D. Many conversations ahead. But that's what I have for you today. I'll see you in the next round. Let's get it.